Look at this book. If you look at this book, I don't know whether you can read this book. And what would motivate you to read this book? First of all, you can see it is the New York Times #1 bestseller. And there are so many books anyway with this kind of a catchy phrase, if you like that way. But other than that, there is this, it is embraced by the writer, by Betty Jean Eadie. That is the author and the title of the book. But allow me to say something here, that what motivated me to read this book, and perhaps why, if you are spiritually low, yes, spiritually poor, that is, you should read this book. But if you have advanced in your spiritual life, maybe I would not recommend you to read this book for a number of reasons that I'm not going to get deep into. But as for me, there is this small part here. This small part here, let me bring it closer to you. The most profound and complete near-death experience ever. I would be telling a lie if I told you that this line was not the one that motivated me to read this book. Because many people are scared by death, and I am not immune to that type of a scaring. Yes, I am one of them. And whenever death is mentioned, you feel... and whenever someone close to you loses a relative, or even yourself, life becomes something else. And even at times we find ourselves working with the people who have lost their loved ones, and we are the only people who can console them. And this book I decided to read. And when I read it, it confirmed, it corroborated with somebody here who said something in this, what was, yes. Here what happened to Betty is thought-provoking, inspirational, and comforting. Because Betty in this book says that, yes, she died. And I was asking myself, how do you die completely? To die as in death, and then you come back to life again. And the entire book, she dedicates this book to the spiritual world of some kind, that she traveled for some hours during the time that she was dead. And it took her up to 19 years for her to have the courage and the confidence to come out and tell her story. And every time she told her story, before of course coming out this way, people are wondering, is there a medical proof that we can have to prove that really you had died? And she expressed that in this book. So other than the reasons that you drive to read this book, it is going to comfort you, especially if you are mourning, or you are still in the journey of healing after losing a very close friend or a very close relative. This book is going to inspire. It is going to give you what we call, it is going to comfort you, that wherever your loved one has gone to is not as bad as you may think, especially if you had a very good relationship with your maker during your time in this world. Do have a nice time.